Have you ever wondered why the chosen ones endure the most challenging hardships? This isn't a question to be taken lightly. It delves into the heart of our existence, the very fabric of our lives. We're not here by mere chance. We are part of a grand design, a divine appointment, summoned at the perfect time for a supernatural shift. This concept, this divine appointment, it's not a random lottery. It's not about luck or coincidence. It's about a purposeful, heavenly arrangement. It's about being chosen, being set apart, being called for something greater. And this calling, this divine selection, is not a testament to our worthiness, but rather to the greatness of the one who chose us. Now, you might be thinking, why me? Why this hardship? Why this struggle? But I want you to understand something. Every struggle, every hardship you've endured, it's not a punishment. It's not a sign of abandonment. No, dear ones, it's a sign of divine preparation. It's a sign that you are being molded, shaped, refined for your destiny. And what's more, it's during these times of hardship, in these moments of struggle, that we learn the importance of quiet faithfulness. The world may value loud performance, grand gestures, and visible achievements. But heaven values your hidden obedience, your quiet faithfulness, your endurance through unseen battles. It's these hidden moments, these quiet acts of obedience, that are the most precious in the eyes of heaven. So when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel like you're under a mountain of trials, remember this: you are not forgotten, you are seen, you are valued, and your trials, your struggles, they are not in vain. They are divinely orchestrated. They are part of your divine appointment, your divine preparation. Remember, the trials you have faced were not in vain, but divinely orchestrated for your growth and preparation. This is your time, your moment. You are stepping into a season of supernatural shift, a divine appointment, and heaven is watching, cheering you on, ready to celebrate your victory. Now imagine a shift, a divine shift, breaking the chains of delay and opening up the path to acceleration. Picture this divine shift as a grand cosmic orchestra where every note, every pause, and every crescendo has been meticulously arranged. It's an intricate symphony of your life where the conductor is the divine, and each instrument represents a facet of your journey. There's a profound undercurrent of grace in this divine shift, where delayed blessings, opportunities, and divine favor are now ready to be released. Imagine a dam that's been holding back a vast reservoir of water. The dam symbolizes your years of patience, resilience, and quiet faithfulness. It's been a fortress of strength, holding back the rushing waters of blessings that are now ready to flow into your life. However, this divine shift isn't a result of human effort or perfection. It's not about how loud you can shout or how high you can jump. No, it's about your sincere surrender, your quiet faithfulness, and your endurance through unseen battles. It's about those moments when you felt unseen, unheard, and unappreciated. Yet you continued to walk in faith, believing that there was a greater destiny awaiting you. In the divine shift, every tear you've shed, every prayer you've whispered, and every dream you've nurtured in the secret chambers of your heart are being acknowledged. Heaven has been taking note of your hidden obedience, your silent sacrifices, and your unwavering faith, even in the face of adversity. Just as a caterpillar endures a season of darkness to emerge as a butterfly, your difficult seasons are not in vain. They were divinely orchestrated for your growth, preparation, and alignment with a greater destiny. So, as you step into this divine shift, remember that it's a time of awakening and acceleration. It's a spiritual elevation that impacts every aspect of life, including your identity, purpose, relationships, resources, and spiritual authority. Your difficult seasons are shifting into a time of divine acceleration and favor. This is your divine shift. It's a time to embrace your renewed identity with confidence, clarity, and courage, leaving behind old versions of yourself that tolerated less than you deserve. But what about the changes that come with this shift, the divine pruning? When we talk about divine pruning, we're discussing a process of growth, a transformation that is as profound as it is necessary. It's about the changes that occur within and around us, adjustments that may seem challenging, but are truly preparing us for our next level, our divine destiny. Picture a gardener meticulously caring for their garden. Just as a gardener prunes a plant, removing the dead or overgrown branches to allow for new growth, so too does the divine prune us. This pruning is not a punishment, but a form of divine love, a sign of protection and positioning. Imagine the divine as the gardener of our souls, trimming away what no longer serves us. This could be old habits, outdated beliefs, or even relationships that no longer align with our journey. These are the branches that have become too heavy, that block the sunlight, that prevent us from blossoming. When we experience this divine pruning, we might feel a sense of loss or discomfort. But remember, the gardener does not prune to harm the plant, but to help it grow stronger, to bloom more vibrantly. Similarly, the divine does not bring these changes to cause us pain, but to prepare us for our next level of growth. Through this divine pruning, we are positioned for a significant shift. Our environments change, not to unsettle us, but to align us with our divine purpose. Our relationships shift, not to isolate us, but to surround us with those who will support our journey. Remember, the divine pruning is a sign of the gardener's care, a testament to the divine's commitment to our growth. It is a process of shedding the old to make room for the new, of letting go to allow for growth. So when you experience these changes, these shifts, understand it as the divine pruning, preparing you for your next level. Embrace it, for it is part of your journey, part of your growth, part of your divine destiny. As you shed the old, you are being prepared for your divine destiny. And then the right doors begin to open. But how do we recognize them? This is a question that many of us grapple with as we navigate life's journey. The answer lies in understanding that these opportunities are not products of random luck, but rather they are divinely orchestrated appointments. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has been meticulously arranging every detail of your journey, leading you into a supernatural shift where blessings, opportunities, and divine favor will now be released. But how do you recognize these right doors? How do you know when the universe is beckoning you towards your greater destiny? This is where spiritual maturity comes into play. As you grow and evolve in your spiritual journey, your discernment sharpens. This heightened discernment is like a spiritual compass, guiding you towards the right doors that are aligned with your divine purpose. You begin to trust your spiritual intuition more deeply. You sense the subtle energies around you, the divine nudges that are leading you on your path. You learn to listen to that still, small voice within you, that whispers of opportunities and possibilities that resonate with your soul's purpose. These right doors, these divinely orchestrated opportunities, may not always appear as you expect them to. They may come disguised as challenges, as unexpected turns of events, as endings that pave the way for new beginnings. But with your sharpened discernment and deep trust in your spiritual intuition, you will recognize these doors for what they truly are: divine appointments leading you towards your destiny. And as you step through these right doors, you will experience a divine shift. Delays will break, and what felt blocked will open with acceleration in every area of life. Your relationships, resources, and spiritual authority will align with your calling, opening the way for a season of supernatural acceleration, transformation, and authority. With divine guidance, you will recognize the right doors, leading you towards your divine purpose. Trust in the journey, trust in the process, and most importantly, trust in yourself. For you are not alone on this journey. The universe is working in your favor, orchestrating the right doors and guiding you towards your destiny. Finally, we step into a season of divine momentum. But what does that look like? Picture this: a river gathering speed, moving from a gentle stream to a powerful force, its current carrying everything in its path towards the ocean. This is the divine momentum, a season of supernatural acceleration, transformation, and authority. In this phase, your journey is no longer a solitary trek uphill. It's a free-flowing ride downstream, where opportunities open effortlessly, spiritual discernment sharpens, and relationships align with your calling. You've reached a point where the universe's rhythm matches your own, and your stride is in perfect sync with the divine. Embracing this momentum requires you to step into your renewed identity with confidence, clarity, and courage. You've been shaped and sharpened by your experiences, your identity renewed through emotional healing and spiritual maturity. You're not the same person you were. You're stronger, wiser, and equipped with an unshakable faith. This divine momentum isn't just about moving forward, it's about transformation. It's about shedding the old versions of yourself that tolerated less than you deserved. It's about stepping into your worth, recognizing your value, and claiming your divine inheritance. You've been prepared for this moment. You've been refined by your struggles, tempered by your trials, and now you're ready to rise. And as you rise, you carry an authority that wasn't there before, an authority that comes from knowing who you are, knowing your purpose, and knowing that you're divinely backed. This isn't about power over others. It's about the power within you, the power to influence, to inspire, and to make a difference. So what does it mean to step into divine momentum? It means stepping into your destiny with boldness, stepping into your calling with courage, and stepping into your purpose with clarity. It's about embracing the flow of the universe, aligning yourself with the divine, and letting the momentum carry you towards your destiny. As you step boldly into your destiny, know that heaven is delighted with you and actively working in your favor. This is your time. Embrace the divine momentum, trust the journey, and remember, this isn't just about reaching the ocean, it's about enjoying the ride.